And welcome once again to Behind the Music, hosted by No Sugar, No Cream Podcast. And once again, I have with me Tim Wolf.
Yes. And we're here talking about my song, Stop Start Girl, Tim Wolf band version. Just coincidentally, today, the CD came in.
Would you
Here's a
look at
picture
that?
of the CD. The song we're talking about, like I said, Stop Start Girl. And it's the first song that I put out on streaming way back in 2018. So it's been around a little while. I wrote it with my good friend Mike Markham based on a personal experience that I had with a young woman. And it's about a woman who gives mixed signals, and I coined that as being a stop-start girl. Let's listen to some of it.
All right.
Green means stop, and red means baby. Ambiguous actions are driving you crazy, 'cause she's a stop-start girl. Got your heart in a whirl, got you thinking about her. Can't help but doubt her. Is what she's saying true? Or is she just playing you? 'Cause she's a stop-start girl. She's a stop-start girl.
Okay, so that's the first verse and chorus. Green means stop, red means maybe. It's talking about giving mixed signals. 1 minute.
Not a woman.
Yeah. Women never give mixed signals, do they?
Nah. The line is stop. She's a stop girl.
She's a stop-start girl.
start. Okay, I misunderstood. Okay, start.
Stop. It's kind of like
Yeah, right. No, that's perfect. Yes.
stop but come. Stop but come. Mixed signals. So
I don't like you that much.
every man can identify. And surprisingly, I thought the only people who would like this song are men, but I've had a lot of women say they really like this song, which, okay, that's great. What's your reaction to any of the lyrics, or what sticks out to you?
Well, when you say girls like to, because girls are just going to think about how guys can do that too. Because sure enough,
Sure.
guys can
Yeah,
do that
guys
too.
can do that too. Absolutely.
And I mean, it's definitely catchy. It's a stop, start, girl. And I mean, yeah, it kind of explains itself right off the back. You instantly think about how somebody sends you mixed messages, will send you, make you think that they like them, and then oh my gosh, too many memories of this. Like I can think of one girl that the friend zone can play into this whole scenario.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of times where you think this girl likes you, she's sending you some signals, and maybe she kisses you or something, and then next thing you know, I mean, she's talking about how you're my best friend. You're just you as a friend.
Yeah, or she flirts with you, putting her hands all over your, touching you, giving you hugs, putting her hands on your back and your shoulders, and like very clingy. And then you do ask her out, and she says platonic, and you're like, well, I'm so confused.
Where did she touch you on the?
And we're like, I did not expect that. So, mixed signals. But guys do it too. I mean, I see it on threads. You can see women discussing their dating. There's dating threads there that are interesting, and women talk about the mixed signals they get from guys. So I guess it goes both. It's universal. It's universal. That's why people like this song.
Nowadays, you got to be more careful about being a stop-start girl, because the information will get out there. I've heard my buddy was just telling me how he's dating, and he just came out of a relationship, and he's been dating. And I'm from Northwest Arkansas, and there in the area there is a website where people go on there and they'll say, hey, has anybody dated this guy?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Really?
So
wow.
So if you have a reputation of being somebody that's sending signals or being a player, they put your name, they'll put your name out there and then scare off all the other girls, or vice versa. I don't know how about happen for guys. I mean, it's kind of seems like a vindictive girl thing, but guys can be just as bad.
I honestly feel that dating, well, I did post in one of my videos that this is the hardest time ever in the history of dating. And one guy said, well, I'm just thinking about when it was during the bubonic plague, and you start dating someone, and then the girl you're interested in dies from the bubonic plague. I think it might have been a little bit harder then. I'm like, okay, it's probably not the hardest it's ever been. But in modern history, it's difficult because social media has changed so many things and expectations. It's just very difficult, I think, to date. There are more single people now than in the history of our country, percentage-wise single. People are just giving up on finding anyone. And
it definitely favors the attractive people, because all you have to do is throw a picture on there and people are swiping. I mean,
oh yeah,
for the
best looking 20%ers on either sex, they got no problems, no problems
at all.
For the rest of us, we're kind of stuck. Let's listen to the second verse and into the bridge.
She's beautiful, mesmerizing and magic. Why do you keep going back to what you know could be tragic? 'Cause she's a stop-start girl, got your heart in a whirl, got you thinking about her. You can't help but doubt her. Is what she's saying true? Or is she just playing you? 'Cause she's a stop-start girl. She's a stop-start girl. I look into the...
So I wrote that song with my good friend Mike Markham. I met him. He's a songwriter. He's had a lot of cuts in Nashville, but it's hard to make a living. And so he has a day job working at the local Lowe's. And he's now a manager there, I believe. So busy, as a family, as kids. And I don't think he writes that often. And I would love to write with him again, because I've written some songs with him. And how I met him, I was shopping at Lowe's and ran into him and just got discussing, what do you do? Well, I'm an artist, songwriter. And he says, I'm a songwriter. And we got together and we've written probably half a dozen songs. And this is one of them. And we've written some other songs. One of my songs, Mistletoe Ready, Christmas song, which has gotten a lot of streams, 120,000. One clip on Instagram got 120,000 views. This is a song I wrote with Mike. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones we wrote together. Shot Down, which was on the Cast Bill of Cards album. He's a great songwriter, and I want to write more with him, but he's busy and, other requirements, and we make arrangements that we're going to write. But anyway, so I appreciate you, Mike. Look forward to writing with you again. Any lyrics that jump out at you from that part?
Yeah, well, what was the part?
I'll play it again.
I almost need the lines in front of me.
I probably should give you the lines.
Because there was I think it was the verse part.
Just hold on a second. I'll print out the lines. Hold on.
Okay.
So now we've got the lyrics in front of us. Green means, the first verse, green means stop, red means maybe, and ambiguous actions, that's actually misspelled. It's ambiguous, not ambiguity. Ambiguous actions are driving you crazy. So obviously green means go and red means stop, but in this case where it's ambiguous actions, green means stop and red means maybe. Second verse, she's beautiful, mesmerizing and magic. Why do you keep going back
Talk to yourself.
to what you know could be tragic? Why do you keep going back? Can't help yourself. Yeah. Well, that's another song I wrote.
Then I look in the mirror. I ask myself, why? Okay, yeah, you're talking to yourself again. Why can't you help yourself?
Well, okay, so her technically it's second person until the bridge. So it's all you, that second person. So green means stop, red means are driving you crazy. You can't help but doubt her. Is what she's saying true, or is she just playing you? So it's all second person. And then why do you keep going back to what you know could be tragic? So there's a very subtle shift. When you get to the bridge, it's I look in the mirror and ask myself why. So the first two verses and the chorus is like you're talking to a friend or another person. Why do you do this? And finally, it's revealed that it's the singer of the song is talking about themselves. And that goes to the bridge where it's I look in the mirror and ask myself why. Why can't you help yourself when you look into her eyes? And then the last chorus changes to first person. I can't, she's a stop-start girl, got me thinking about her. I can't help but doubt her. Is what she's saying true, or am I playing the fool? Whereas or is she just playing you is the first two choruses, and the last chorus, it changes to first person, which is really kind of violating a rule of songwriting. You're supposed to have the same First person, second person, third person. Now, so third person is they, he or she, that's a third person. Second person is I'm talking directly to you. First person is I. And so you're supposed to be consistent across the song. But Mike and I consciously decided to change it after the bridge, because at first it's like, okay, you're talking to someone. Why do you keep going back? And then the bridge, it will reveal that it's actually the person singing this song that is having this issue. And then the last chorus talks about, am I keep playing the fool? Let's go to the bridge now.
I look into the mirror and I ask myself why can't I help myself when I look into her eyes? 'Cause she's a stop-start girl, got my heart in her world,
Got mine.
got me thinking about her. Can't help but doubt her. Is what she's saying true? Or am I just playing the fool? 'Cause she's a stop-start girl. She's a stop-start girl. She's a stop-start girl.
So you can see it's I only in the bridge, and then after that it's the chorus. So there's change, there's movement. The guy admits that it's himself, the singer admits that it's himself that this song is about, whereas the first two verses and choruses is all you. So that's a subtle change that the average listener may not pick up on, but it's a songwriting purposeful decision that we made. And the chorus changes. First two choruses, it's you can't help but doubt her. Is what she's saying true, or is she just playing you? And the last chorus goes, I can't help but doubt her. Is what she's saying true, or am I playing the fool? Instead of, is she just playing you? So, am I playing the fool? Looking in the mirror, wondering?
It just makes me think of trust. Those lines just make me think of trust. Like
Ah.
basically, she's saying, "I love you," but like, oh, and that's what you want her to say. But then, do I even believe her?
Right.
Basically,
Am I playing the fool? Yeah, I began to wonder. You're second guessing yourself, and that's what the message
I like
of the
what
song.
you're saying, but I doubt you because I know how you are.
Yeah, that's what
like,
what we were going for.
You're saying exactly what I want.
Right.
You're saying exactly what I want, but I still don't even believe you. Yeah, it's good. It's
Thank
really
you.
good.
So now the recording of the song, the first version came out in 2018, which I don't think you can hear. I took it down off social media, or it's not available anywhere. There was a version that came out in the EP Castle Bill of Cards, but it sounds a lot different. It's a different one. And then this one I recorded with the band in Indiana. We recorded live drums, live bass. Then later, my producer, Kenny Schick, phenomenal instrumentalist, can play phenomenal guitar, can play and really phenomenal horns, flute, sax, clarinet. He added the sax that you hear on that. The sax. It's got a really cool Barry part in it, and it gives it a what is that to you? That sound? What kind of a vibe does that give you when you hear that? Let's listen to that again. Just the horn, and listen to the horn parts.
The mirror and I ask myself why can't I help myself when I look into her eyes?
This is the last chorus.
She's a stop-start girl, got my heart in her world, got me thinking about her. Can't help but doubt her. Is what she's saying true? Or am I just playing the fool? 'Cause she's a stop-start girl. She's a stop-start girl. She's a stop-start girl.
So there's a Barry sax there for sure, and I'm pretty sure. And there's a number of saxes that he overlaid. Probably a tenor and alto sax. There's four types of saxes. There's soprano, which is Kenny G played. Kenny G played a soprano, and that's is a very distinctive tone. The average, if you see somebody playing a sax in a jazz band or a blues band, is probably either an alto sax or a tenor sax. The tenor is a little lower register. A soprano is hard to play. Kenny G is very talented.
I was about to say they're all different levels of skill to them, right?
Well, Barry, you need a lot of air. You need a lot of air because it's a big horn and you got to blow a lot of air. But when it comes to intonation, intonation meaning the accuracy of your notes. The bigger the horn, the less precision is needed. So a soprano, to keep the precision, I played sax for a little while and I gave it up because in order to be any good at it, you have to keep practicing a lot every day. And I just don't have the time to dedicate. I still have fantasies about playing the sax. My sax is over there in the corner, but I don't have the hour plus per day to dedicate to it. I'm doing everything else. But soprano, the intonation to make sure it's in pitch, really tough. And as you go down further, alto's the next size, and then tenor's the next, and then bari. You need more air, and the intonation becomes a little less demanding to have it really on pitch, especially on soprano. It's very hard. So Kenny G, a lot of people hate on Kenny G because his music was so, especially jazz sax. If you want to make a sax player, a jazz sax player, angry, just tell him you love Kenny G, or ask him to play something like Kenny G. I remember when I was taking sax lessons, my sister Pam, not your mom, she just was being well-meaning. She said, "Oh, can you play me some Kenny G?" or something like that. When are you going to be able to play a Kenny G song or something like that? And I mentioned it to my PhD level sax professor, and he got visibly angry. Insulted by the fact that and probably a little butthurt that Kenny G is the most successful and richest sax player in the last 30 or 40 years. I mean, there's nobody that is as well known and successful as Kenny G. Now, I mean, probably a lot less known now. I mean, he's getting older. Maybe he's even retired. But in the 80s and 90s, his name was ubiquitous everywhere. You know Kenny G, right?
Mm.
And it's more easy listening music, and the real hardcore jazz sax, you can just Google hating on Kenny G or something like that, and you'll find a lot of discussion forums. People do not hate on him, but I had his CDs. I bought his CDs when they came out. Anyway, so he played soprano, and to play it, I mean, it takes more skill to keep the intonation there. That doesn't mean it's a harder instrument to play. It's just something you have to more focus on. So anyway, this has got, I know it's got the baritone, and you can hear it, the low parts. And then I know he's got a tenor in there, and I think he's also got an alto in there, and maybe multiple parts of each, because it's a very rich, horn section. Your standard horn section for sax will be six. Is it 5 instruments? Yeah, it's 5 instruments. It's usually the alto sax, and you got an alto playing the lead line, and then you got another alto, then you got 2 tenors and 1 bari. So that's if you have a horn section, the standard horn section is 5 horn players, a bari, 2 tenors, and 2 altos. I don't know if he has five on here. I'm not sure, but I know he has some of each. The soprano, if you notice, is not in that group of a typical horn section. Like if you hear a jazz band or someone, they typically don't have a soprano on that. It's typically altos, tenors, and bari. But he did that in his studio. That's the way it is today. You can have, like on one of my songs, Halfway to Amarillo, it's got a pedal steel on it. I've never even met the guy who played it. Kenny, my producer, sent the tracks to Smith Curry, who's the interesting name, right? Smith Curry. That's his name. That's his name. I always think of Steph Curry. Smith Curry. That's the guy who plays pedal steel in Nashville. And I never even met him. And he laid down this pedal steel track, and I sent him, the fee, very reasonable fee. And I don't think he even met Kenny. That's how it's done today. You send the tracks. And in fact, the first album that we did together, Kenny and I, the 14-song album, Everything Went to Grade School, we started that during COVID, and we did it. We never even had met in person. We had done Zoom calls, and we just did it. I recorded my parts in my studio, sent it to him. He recorded his parts in his studio, and then put it together, sent me back the mix. I said, please change this or add this, and he would do that. And so we did it all over the internet. And that is talking about technology. You could not do that 20, 30 years ago. We were talking about the internet.
Mm-hmm.
I lose track. Were we talking about that on the podcast?
No sugar, no cream.
So, the internet has changed everything. And so you can do stuff remotely. Any other observations, comments, questions about the lyrics or the production?
No, I say it's an easy breakdown. I think we broke it down pretty good.
Yeah, it's a
We're
pretty
all heartbroken and alone now.
yeah. I mean, it's a pretty,
Yeah.
as far as the
It's,
chords go. I mean, it's a pretty simple chord progression. 1, 4, 5, and then it does go to the 2, in places. There it goes to the 2 in the chorus and also in the bridge. The bridge starts on the 2, goes to the 2, and then to the 4. But just a 4-chord song. I mean, nothing too fancy. It's a key of E. So for the technical aspects of that. And,
Cop still gave me a ticket. I told him red means maybe. He still gave me a ticket. It's really annoying. It's like, I heard in the song, officer.
all right. Well, let's close it down then.
Thank you for joining us once again for Behind the Music, hosted by No Sugar, No Cream Podcast. We're here with, as always, the one and only Tim Wolf. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching.